Hello. This lesson is all about paraphrasing. Remember, you must have all of your notes done for your Wax Museum biography before you watch this video. So if you are not done with that, you need to finish that. Also, we passed back work to you where you put 3 sentences into your own words. If you received a purple check on it, that means you do not need to do this lesson. If there was not a purple check, then you definitely need to do this lesson. All right, let's begin. Here's our objective. Students will be able to put pieces of text into their own words. You'll know you have it when you have created new sentences that have the same meaning but are not copied directly from a text. So what is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing is rewording of something written or spoken by someone else. Synonyms are rewording, rephrasing, rewriting. Basically, paraphrasing is just putting text into your own words. There are 4 R's of paraphrasing. Hopefully this will help you kind of remember what to do during paraphrasing. Realize some words and phrases cannot be changed. We'll talk more about this in a minute. Reword, replace words and phrases with synonyms whenever you can. Remember, synonyms are 2 words that mean the same thing. Rearrange, rearrange words within sentences to make new sentences. And then finally, recheck. Make sure that your paraphrase conveys the same meaning as the original text, so it cannot change the meaning from the original sentence. So how do you paraphrase? Here are the steps that you take, and we're going to go step by step. I'll show you an example, then we'll do one together, then you'll do one on your own. So the first thing you do is you circle words you cannot change. Dates, names, places, numbers. You cannot change these things. These are facts that you're taking about someone's life, so you cannot change these crucial pieces of information. Then you're going to underline any words you possibly can replace with synonyms, and you're going to write the synonym above the word. Next, you'll rearrange any words within the sentence that you can. Sometimes this is hard to do, and sometimes this is easy. You write your new sentence, and then finally you read your new sentence and you ask yourself, does it have the same meaning as the original sentence? If not, you need to fix it. If it means the same thing, you're good to go. Alright, so this next slide is a sentence from the work that was bell work just the other day, where we asked you to put it into your own words. So I'm going to go through the steps of paraphrasing on this sentence. You're just going to watch me and see what I do, so you don't need to do anything at this point. Okay? So the sentence is, Susan B. Anthony was the second oldest of 8 children to a local cotton mill owner and his wife. So the first thing I'm going to do is circle any information I cannot change. I cannot change dates, names, places, or numbers. So Susan B. Anthony, obviously that's what the sentence is about. Second oldest, I can't change my mind and change it to the 3rd oldest or the 4th oldest. That would change a fact about her. 8 children, again, I can't change the number of children her parents had. So I'm looking at this sentence and I have names, numbers, there aren't dates, there aren't places in this one. So I think we're good. Alright. So next what we're going to do is all of these are circled. And now what I'm going to do is underline any words that I can write synonyms for, words that mean the same thing. So I'm looking through children. There are lots of synonyms for the word children. And local, I can come up with a couple of words for that. Okay, there are maybe a couple other words, but these two words I can definitely find synonyms for. What I'm going to do is think of a synonym and write it right above the word I just underlined. So children, another word would be kids. And then local means close by, nearby. It's very like within the community. It's not far away. So I'm going to use the synonym nearby. All right. Susan B. Anthony was the second oldest of 8 kids to a nearby cotton mill owner and his wife. So now I'm ready to rewrite it. I've made all my changes, circled things I cannot change in my next sentence. So what I'm going to do is rewrite it. On this slide, you can tell that the first original sentence is on top, and my new one is written on the bottom. Again, Susan B. Anthony was the second oldest of 8 kids to a nearby cotton mill owner and his wife. It does not change the meaning. She's still the second oldest. There are still 8 kids, and it still shows that her father worked at a cotton mill that was nearby, local, close by their city. Okay, so that was my work. This next one we're going to do together. So what you need to do, if you need to pause the video, go ahead, is on your paper, you should have on the very top where it says we do, and it says original sentence. Go ahead and write this original sentence down on those lines. Okay, so hopefully you paused the video and you wrote down the original sentence on those lines. So we're going to do this together. So anything I do, you're also going to do to the sentence on your paper. So here we go. Let's follow the steps. First, we need to circle anything we cannot change. So we cannot change dates, names, places, or numbers. Okay? So 1968 is a date. I cannot change that. Susan B. Anthony is a person. I can't change her name. Elizabeth, I'm going to go down here. Stanton is a person. I can't change her name. And then National Women's Suffrage Association. That's the actual name of the association they founded. I cannot change the name. That's changing facts in history. So you cannot change the date, names, places. That all changes facts that have actually happened in our history. So now I've circled everything that I cannot change. My next step is to find any words that possibly I can put synonyms for. So I cannot change anything circled. That leaves me with very few words. In, I'm not going to change the meaning. And, obviously, not going to give that a synonym. Founded, here we go. So I'm going to underline founded. And there are many, many, many synonyms for founded. Formed, began, developed, established are all synonyms for founded. So I'm going to pick one of them, and I'm going to say established. So I write my synonym right above my line. All right, so next what I need to do is possibly change the order of the sentence. And this sentence is pretty easy. So if you notice in 1968, comma, all of that can be moved since I have a comma. That's easy to move. That's an independent clause, if you remember from our sentence structure work in family time. So in 1968, I'm actually going to move to the end of my sentence when I rewrite it. So then I will say Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Stanton established the National Women's Suffrage Association in 1968. I'm keeping 1968, the facts are all there, I'm just moving the order of the words in the sentence. Okay, so next step, what we do is now we write our new sentence. So under the we do, again, you might need to pause this. Under the we do for your new sentence, you're going to write the new one on the bottom on those lines. So the very bottom sentence, Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Stanton established the National Women's Suffrage Association in 1968, goes on your new sentence lines. All right, now it's your turn. On the back of your paper, it will say you do, and it says original sentence and new sentence. On the original sentence, you're going to write a fact about your person that you're researching for the Wax Museum, word for word from the internet or a book. And you're going to go through the steps of paraphrasing. They're on the next slide, so when the video keeps going, it'll show you again what the steps are. You're going to write your new sentence on the lines by a new sentence, and then you're going to take your finished work to an adult facilitator and make sure that you did it correctly and that you're good to go. So you're going to take your finished work to an adult facilitator. Once we look at it, if you are still struggling or need help, we'll work with you and workshop with you. If you're good to go, then you get to go on to the next step of the Wax Museum biography. All right, so here are the steps to paraphrasing. Go ahead and complete the you do portion of your paper, and remember when you are done, take it to an adult facilitator. If you have any questions, remember to raise your hand.